if you're going to do a video, do one that'll make you look foolish later. So that's probably what I'm doing here. The question of Calder, and really this is the big question, isn't it? Because one week you can look and go, Brock Boeser's the guy. And the next week you look and go, wow, Barzal. So what would I think favors each guy? And where do I think they're sawed off? Like, that it's a split. Now, if I had to say who had the better shot, I'd say Brock. Who's the better passer? Barzal. So the answer, put them on the same line. Make it happen. Do it. I wish. Wouldn't that be great? Wouldn't it be great if Boeser and Barzal were on the same team? Anyways, I would say Boeser has the better shot. Barzal has the better pass. Now, in terms of who has more highlight reel, here's the thing. That shot leads to goals that are highlight reel and will get a lot of attention. And when you vote on awards night, or well before awards night, the guy who goes to the stage on awards night very often has had these highlight reel goals that everybody's been talking about. But Barzal has these games. 5-point, 3-point, 5-point. He just puts together these games where he's just on fire. So again, but here's where it gets interesting. I would give Barzal an advantage in teammates. If you look at who the line mates have been, Barzal's had better line mates for the most part, because we've had Boeser playing without Horvat and a lot without Berchi. And maybe Boeser and Berchi with anybody else in the middle doesn't work. But when I see him with Vanek and Gagne or whatever he's with for that night because of injury, it's kind of frustrating. Worked with the Sedins for a little bit and got moved off. And guys get moved around a lot. Barzal has been able to cultivate a relationship with line mates, and the Islanders have been fortunate that he's been able to play with some very talented players and make talented players better. I think this might be even worth 2 points, because not only does Barzal have the better teammates, but he elevates their game. Boeser can, but I don't think he's done it on the same level as Barzal. Now, this is just completely my gut feeling. I think Boeser has some power forward there. He's tough as an ox. I mean, the kid's solid. And if he ever starts to use his size the way that, or just his strength the way that he can, there's a power forward in there. I don't see that with Barzal. The other thing that might cause people to vote in favor of Boeser, coming into this season, I was convinced Bo Horvat was the next captain of the Canucks. Bo Horvat's captain of the Canucks. Bo Horvat's the guy. It's Bo's team. It's Brock's team. Brock should very well be the next captain of the Canucks. I could even go as far as to say maybe Horvat and Boeser co-captain the Canucks. Give it a year, and then Boeser ends up running the show, or Horvat, depending on who performs better as the leader of the team. Again, with Barzal, and maybe it's because Tavares is still there, and Boeser doesn't have a Tavares there. He has the Sedins. Sedins are good leaders, but Tavares is a young leader still with a lot of talent. And that's really where a saw-off comes up. Because you'll see comments anywhere online where there's an argument. I don't think there's a definitely better talent between the two. They play completely different game. it is really apples and oranges between these two players. If they combined, wow. If at some point in the All-Star universe you can put them on the same line in an All-Star game, somehow, some way in a skills competition, have them playing a 2-on-2 some way, these guys together could be unstoppable. This could be Oates and Hull for this generation if they somehow were combined. Some kind of a superpowers uniting. But I think another favor of Barzal, because a lot of the voting is done by people who are living on the East Coast. A lot of the voters are East Coast based. They'll see more games of East Coast based players. It's not as strong a swing in favor of East Coast players, but it's still there. There's not a lot of guys who are staying up till 11 o'clock at night to watch Canuck games, their time, in Halifax or St. John's. So any voters who live Toronto East, they're probably not going to see as much of Boeser as they're going to see of Barzal. But where I think it's kind of funny is they both have a special talent. Barzal, I do look at Barzal, and he reminds me a lot of Adam Oates. Adam Oates was a fantastic passer who also had deadly hands. When Cam Neely went down, I remember as a Bruins fan saying, well, who the hell's going to score goals now? It's great. Oates is out there and he's got nobody to pass the puck to. He got 45 goals that year. And I watched Oates snapping those wristers into that and going, wow, where'd that come from? And then suddenly, when Oates started passing again the year after, I was like, no, shoot. Barzal is that same guy. If he gets a hat trick, it's because he didn't have the option to pass. He'd rather pass. He'll take the glory with goals, and maybe in this day and age of guys getting paid a lot of money for more goals, maybe you'll see this generation's Adam Oates score more goals. Maybe. He doesn't seem like that kind of player. When I look at Boeser, it's hard to come up with somebody that I say, yeah, this is who he reminds me of. But honestly, to me, he's like more of a sniper version of Kirk Muller. Didn't expect that, did you? Kirk Muller in the beginning, sadly, was weighed down by the fact that he was drafted by the New Jersey Devils right after Mario Lemieux. Lemieux went on to have a decent career. I think he played for the Penguins or something. I don't really remember. But Kirk Muller could score goals. Kirk Muller was a very good forward and went on to score over 900 points in the NHL. And he was solid, and he was a captain, and he was a leader on the ice, and he was pretty darn fantastic for Montreal when they needed him. And he always took any kind of criticism with stride. And I don't think, to my knowledge, he never took a shift off. Like, there was never a night that you looked and went, well, Muller's not playing. He's out there, he's wearing the sweater, but man, in spirit, he's somewhere else. And that's kind of who Boeser reminds me of, just, I think, with a better shot. And it's funny because I always hear Boeser being compared to other players, and I'm like, especially when I hear Austin Matthews, I don't see it because I just don't. I guess I can see it that they're both American and they both score goals, but their games are completely different. I see Matthews as more finesse. And I can see Boeser being more of that hard-nosed Kirk Muller type. I don't know what Boeser's ceiling is. I don't put it as high as Matthews. I don't see that. I'm excited. He's putting up very good totals as a rookie. But I think Matthews' ceiling is potentially higher. So that's where I see it. So who's the better rookie? I don't know. How do you choose between Adam Oates as a rookie and Kirk Muller as a rookie? Good luck. Personally, if I was voting today, probably Barzal. But if I was voting 2 weeks ago, it would have been Boeser. Your guess is as good as mine. Let me know what you guys think in the comments section below. This is as close as I'm going to get right now to making a video about either of these guys on their own. And that's why. Because it's too close to call. There's too many areas that I think one's better than the other. But let me know what you guys think. Hit like and subscribe if you're browsing your way through. And hey, thank you so much for watching. I'll talk to you again soon.